What up, ladies and gentlemen? In this video, I'm going to tell you something that your pastor and your church does not want you to know. They want to keep you tethered and grounded to the kingdom, and they don't want you to live in your godhood. So I'm going to use several examples from the holy books, and I'm going to get very alchemical with this. I'm going to have to go into Kemet, all right? When we're talking about Christ energy, we're talking about Christ, we're talking about chi, inner chi, Krishna, all right? We have to understand what that is, because the Christ energy is up here. It's in the crown chakra. It's the ultimate utilization of gathered and harnessed energy pushed into your pineal gland. The pineal gland is the emitter of DMT. The DMT is what allows you and projects out into the hallucination, the third eye, right? It allows you to experience and witness the reality around you, all right? So when you cultivate chi, prana, and you raise it up Jacob's ladder, which is your spine, some people call this a kundalini experience. You raise this up and you push it into your third eye, into your pineal gland. You're able to then utilize that transmitter, right? Your brain, that receptor and that receiver up there, and shoot it out into the environment around you to alternate and to create realities. Okay? So in order to do this, though, you need to learn how to cultivate chi and prana. This is why in today's day and age, as we're going through this great awakening, everybody is doing what? Breath work. People are working now, going to the gym. What are you doing? Breathing, by moving. All right, when you're going for a run, you're breathing. When you're cultivating chi, doing yoga, stretching, all of that is the movement of breath and prana within your body. That is what you are doing. That is why you feel better after you do these exercises. It's very simple. So the cultivation of chi and prana into the pineal gland is what enables you to manifest and to do godly things. An example of that is an earthly man, one of Jesus' disciples, walked on water. And what did the people of earth do? They told him, "You're not a god. You can't do that." But what did the God say? The God said, "Why are you afraid?" Why are you afraid? He looked behind him and he saw a storm. He looked in front of him and he saw the light. He was walking towards the light, and then he turned around and he saw the storm and everything in it. You can't do that. Fear, guilt, shame, doubt, all of that crept up. And then what happened? He fell in the water. He forgot he was a God. That is the teaching of Christ. The simple fact that there is a being that came down to remind you that you can do the same thing as him. How's it going? That you are also a God. You have to understand where your vessel is. You are an electromagnetic being. You have meridian points. You have chakra points. This is why the human design is very key and pivotal, because it takes all these teachings and it combines and it gives you your own personal blueprint. I've been telling y'all, get with me, or go find somebody, or go do your own research. I have an ebook that explains what that stuff is and how to properly utilize it. It's very important that you understand the cultivation of chi, because it allows you to do superhuman and supernatural things. All right? When you're fighting, you want to be calm. You want to control your breathing. The best fighters had the best breath control. It gave them a sixth sense about their opponents, right? You have to also understand who this being was. What was he doing? Because these stories that talk about him, they only show you like a little bit of his childhood, and then they talk about him when he's older, when he's on his mission, right? But they don't tell you what he was doing between the ages of 14 and 33. Why is that? What was he doing? Well, according to the Bhagavad Gita and also other stories, he was traveling around and learning to cultivate chi. Who were his parents? Why did they flee into Egypt? What's in Egypt? Kemet. Alchemy. His mother was not an ordinary woman. In order to have a miraculous birth like that, it takes a heavy amount of concentration and understanding of chi and prana. So just remember that you're capable and you have the same abilities. That's why he was here, to remind you of the God within you. So, once again, chi cultivation is the utmost key. All right? And to break it down scientifically, I know you guys have been waiting for this. It's very simple. Let me just break it down. All right? Hydrogen is a molecule within oxygen. That's why when you breathe and you do breath work, you experience these DMT effects, especially when you move the energy around into your pineal gland. You don't shoot it out. A lot of people shoot it out. Some people get their kundalini activations and they start freaking out because they can't handle it. You want to make sure that you're doing this when you're ready, with a proper practitioner and somebody who knows what they're doing. But I will say this. Let me break it down. It's very simple. The process of manifestation. Your brain is an antenna. It pulls in information, it exerts information. Your reality can change simply by doing breath work for 30 to 45 days of consistent breathing exercises. Every single day, 45 minutes a day. Your entire reality will change. When you do conscious breathing and you shoot that energy up your spine, all right? And then you put it into your transmitter, which is your pineal gland, and you have conscious thoughts. All right, this practice will help you live more consciously as well, because you're going to be thinking more consciously. Your habits are going to change. The environments you put yourself in are going to change. The things that you do are going to change because you're going to be thinking more consciously. Okay? Living consciously is pivotal, extremely key. All right? Again, you have to remember that the world, man, the storm behind you, the guilt, shame, doubt, all of that type of stuff is going to try to deny you, is going to try to get you to be lesser than what you really are. And what you really are is God experiencing itself. You have the ability to manifest and change your entire reality. And if this is something that you want to do, hit me up. Book a session. We can make it happen. I'm a kid. I started in West Africa. I've been through 2 civil wars. The statistics are against me, 100%. I went through 2 civil wars. And one in Guinea-Bissau, where I was born, and another one in the Ivory Coast. Parents divorce. All that stuff. All that traumatic jazz, right? I'm telling you, man, I grew up in a Christian school. I did the whole thing. That's why I have this knowledge. I have this understanding. My reality is freaking amazing. I could be anywhere in the world right now, but I'm always in paradise because I always live in the kingdom of heaven. I'm never on earth. There's a resonance, there's a vibration, there's a frequency. And no matter where you go, when you live consciously, you're only going to attract people who operate in that sense. That is how you manifest. It's all alchemical. It's all Kemetic. It's all Christ. So you gotta remember, Jesus wasn't going around starting churches and stuff like that. He had a few disciples. He had a few homies who were following him around. Right? He had one female apprentice. Right? The feminine energy, the feminine chi. He had one female apprentice. She was around all the time, watching him, observing him, carrying on the codes. But they silenced the feminine. That's why she's upset right now. Life is good. So remember, guys, hydrogen is the key component. You're an electromagnetic being. You can pull things into your orbit. You can expel things from your orbit. There's several electromagnetic motors in your body that have specific tasks at hand that are extremely important. Your mind is the ultimate calculator. That pineal gland, that third eye, is the reality shifter. But there are other things that are involved. Your solar plexus, which is the emotions. Your spleen, which is what's healthy for you. Your sacral, which is the creative life force. Your root, which is your evolutionary chakra point. And your heart motor. That is the center of your orbit. The center of your toroidal field. The torus field. The center of your electromagnetic field. I'm gonna leave this here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, follow, share this with your friends. Book a session with me. Link is in bio. All platforms, YouTube, Instagram, the whole jazz. Praises and cheers. Have an abundant and prosperous day. And I'll catch y'all in the next now. Peace.